Fast forward, any come our channel so how say AGH Politics Avenue. Podcast or set training because make headlines. The jemre na edibi exom woni dem nya ho braxe mu yombo engra eye black rasta asoye. Na secret video bi about Dr. Bawumia pia bonting awo jemre na wajemre na odibi exom yen. Yen sembre ye mo rana soye ye hwene ye ko ane de ba. Chana swami say aha AGH Politics Avenue.
Disappointing secret video of Bawumia shocks Ghana. We have had the opportunity to look at a video like this before. Earlier today, Kwesi Pratt Jr. sent me this tape. And he said, Black Rasta, what do you think about this? It's a video of Bawumia from my investigation in the northern part of Ghana a few months back, addressing party members. My brother, my sister, I want you to listen to this video. Watch the video well. And when we return, we will dissect it with precision. Watch this.
Coordinators for the database system. They will all help us to coordinate the welfare. And what is very, very good about the welfare database system, it does not allow people from outside to infiltrate the database system. If it is for us as party people, it will be for us. In the system, we will know who wants the jobs, who wants the loans, who wants the scholarships, and all of that. So if we have jobs coming, then it's very simple. We look into the database to see who we are taking the jobs to. We are not going to go and say party executives or party members go online and apply and get these jobs. No, the online is already in the database. We'll take the jobs and bring it to you. We are not going to ask you to go online to go and make any applications. We'll bring the jobs directly to you. And because we are going to use the database system, nobody will be able to sell slots out to people who are outside of our party. You will only be limited to people who benefit from within our database. You can't go outside and take people's slots and sell them to people who will then come in and take opportunities from our people. So that database system will restrict and make sure that this phenomenon where opportunities are sold is vanished forever. Kugurudu.
Did you hear that? He was vice president of the Republic of Ghana for 8 years. Then he came back to us and told us that we should give him the opportunity to be president of this nation. And we asked him, the 8 years that you've been in power, we didn't see much. How can we trust you with another tenure? This time around, making you president. The excuse he gave us was that he was not in charge in the 8 years. He was only a mate, a driver's mate. So we asked him, as the driver's mate, you could not tell the driver that he was moving in the wrong direction? And he said, even if you tell the driver that he's moving in the wrong direction, he is the boss and he decides what direction to go. We asked him again, would you endanger your life sitting in a car that is moving in the wrong direction? Why did you not jump off the bus to alert the whole of the country that the driver was driving in the wrong direction? He told us that if he could solve everything, then and now, what would he have to do when he's made president? Can I repeat that? If I could solve all the problems now and now, what work would I have to do when I become president? In other words, let all these things go bad so that it will be an opportunity for me to come as president and fix the bad that I could have solved yesterday. That is Bawumia. That is the logic of a man we gave power to for 8 years as the second most powerful man in the country. He relegated his office to the office of the driver's mate. Such a shameful act. And this is Bawumia talking. Did you hear what he said? He said they would put all the NPP guys who need jobs and scholarships in a certain database. You could call it a portal if it suits you. And then they would give them the opportunity. And that this opportunity would be unique to them, because they will bypass any other laws that the rest who are outside the party have to follow. Cliquism, favoritism, nepotism, pluralism. These are the words I can use to describe this. But let me run your dossier so we can get this properly. Come here. Run the dossier. Watch this. Now the viral video features Dr. Bawumia, Mahamudu Bawumia, announcing a dedicated NPP welfare database designed to track party members and directly allocate public opportunities to them. Please listen. Public opportunities. By public opportunities, we're talking about the government's welfare fund, not NPP's pocket. Now, the footage filmed during an internal party campaign trailer shows him explaining how the database will bypass traditional job application channels to reward party loyalists first. What did he say in that video? In the video, Dr. Bawumia outlines a system that strictly prioritizes NPP card-bearing members for government benefits. Government benefits, not NPP benefits. What is supposed to be for the state, they will give it to NPP first and foremost. And if after NPP, there's nothing left, so be it. That's what Bawumia was talking about. Now, what are the key points from the speech? Direct allocation. He stated that party members will not need to submit CVs. Everyone going for a job needs a CV. But he says, no, they don't need CVs. Curriculum vitae. Okay? Or go online to apply for jobs. Instead, coordinators will use the database to identify members and bring the jobs directly to them. Interesting. Magic. He stressed that the system will block people outside the party from infiltrating the database, ensuring that jobs, loans, scholarships, business support, and sponsorships are kept strictly within the party circle. My brother, this is a coup d'etat. This is a coup d'etat. Loans, scholarships, business support, sponsorships will be for NPP. That's what he said. He also mentioned that utilizing this secure database will prevent middlemen or party executives from selling job slots to non-members. CPP, no way. NDC, no way. Only NPP. And there was a big backlash. The critics were here. Critics argued that prioritizing jobs and state scholarships based on a political database promotes nepotism. They point out that public jobs and national resources should be distributed fairly to all citizens based on merit rather than party cards. Right now it's about party cards, not common sense. Your party card, not a CV. Your party card, not your skill. Supporters and party communicators have defended the initiative. Listen to the NPP. Framing it as an innovative party database welfare system. They argue that political parties globally have internal welfare desks to support their grassroots members who work hard during campaigns. And this database is simply a tool to organize that internal support clearly. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, did you hear that? They will centralize, organize, and distribute state resources to party cohorts and loyalists. It's a coup d'etat. It's a coup. What did the NDC say about this? What did the NDC and other well-meaning Ghanaian people say about this? Run the dossier. Now the NDC and other critics have fiercely condemned the database plan, calling it a clear proof of state capture and systematic tribalism or favoritism. Now the opposition's pushback focuses on transparency, fairness, and national unity. It's state capture and cronyism. Remember we told you that. Hey, flip card-bearing members. Opposition members state that the video confirms that they have long alleged, that the government systematically denies opportunities, scholarships, and state-backed business loans to citizens who do not publicly support the NPP. And of course, it undermines meritocracy. Do you merit it? Do you have the technical know-how? You don't need that. You only need a party card. Bawumia should be ashamed of himself. I know that political parties, my brother, my sister, they favor their members. But a wise political party would only favor a member who have the capabilities and abilities. For instance, if 4 people have qualified, and there is a member of your unit amongst them equally qualified, there's nothing wrong with giving it to your member who is as qualified as all the others. 1, because you know him better. 2, you know what this person can do and cannot do beyond just the paper qualification. The Jehovah's Witnesses preach that. The churches preach that. Islam preaches that. That where a Muslim is qualified equally as other people who are non-Muslims, give it to the Muslim. Hallelujah. But where you are not looking at the qualification, there is no meritocracy. It is just plutocracy. Shegu. This is what Bawumia is bringing to us, my brother. Should we allow this? He is so desperate for power. This is what he is bringing to you. He says you don't need common sense anymore. Just go get a party card. And they'll give you scholarships, loans, business opportunities. Where would Ghana be when such jacks, square pegs put in round holes get into power? Your guess is as good as mine. It's the black pot, aka Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. A Christian. I don't know which Christian Bible he reads. I have not seen that Bible yet. But you can go and catch up Maduro, take that guy into your country and deal with him. For what? What has he done? Yet nobody can come and arrest you for all the foolish things you are doing. Even the American people want to assassinate you. They are looking for you. Every event you attend, bullets are flying. Every event, they are looking for your head. And when he was interviewed, what did he say? Because he is the most radical American leader. No, you are a disgrace to America. That's it. My brother, my sister, coming back to Sam George. If Sam George wants to be a secret spy of Ghana, So be it. But as it stands right now, you are the Minister of Communication. And I think that you can do better than sitting on a platform where you are labeled a hacker and you sit down and grin over that. Well, in Sam George's own words, they want him to be sacked. The MPP is looking for him to be sacked. Some other people are looking for him to be sacked. And it's all over the media. Sam George says that they want him to be fired. In his own words, why do they want him to be fired? Run the dossier. Why do they want Sam George fired? And who wants Sam George fired? Watch this. Sam George believes people want him sacked primarily due to fierce political pushback over unfulfilled promises and recent policy controversies at the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. As the Minister for Communications, the Ningo Pram MP has faced several high-profile demands for his resignation or dismissal. He argues that these attacks are politically motivated, hypocritical, and based on a misunderstanding of how the government operates. Now, the primary reasons critics and the parliamentary minority are calling for him to be sacked, and his responses to them include: 1, the DSTV pricing standoff. Now, the most intense demand for his removal came after a major public fallout with MultiChoice Ghana. Now, the minority in parliament accused Sam George of misleading the public. He had boldly promised a 30% reduction in DSTV subscription fees, but failed to secure it. Instead, he took credit. For standard temporary promotional package offered by MultiChoice, which critics call deceitful and a waste of national resources. They also accused him of acting with arrogance and lack of candor during the negotiations. Supported by the parliamentary majority, his defenders argue that he has made significant strides in consumer protection in a short time. They assert that the minority is simply using the DSTV issue as a political weapon. For me personally, I thought he did a good job with that. Oh yes, listening to the arguments and all that, he made his point, and I thought that he had conducted it well. He had to stand on his 2 feet and push the DSTV guys to a proper.
We ain't some more team course or channel, so Mamma was so jembre. That's an so bad in the Dumia Domania. Onia, you be saying a share.